Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So it's Christmas time and I decided I'm finally going to make my grandmother's famous Jamaican fruit cake or rum cake or Jamaican Christmas cake. It has so many names. So the first part of that is to prepare the fruits, the soaked fruits, which we'll need to include in the batter for the cake. Now, most people, when they do this, they soak their fruits for a whole year. So I'm going to show you how I prepare my fruits for soaking. So here I have some prunes, which I just pulsed really quickly in my food processor just to break down the large pieces. Don't over process it. I didn't want puree, so I just did it for a few seconds at a time. And then I have some raisins, which I'm going to add to that. More or less the recipe calls for like a pound of everything, but if there's something that you like more than another thing, then you could add more of that and less of the other item. So this is the white grape raisins, and then I have some regular raisins. And then some more white grape raisins. Then I have some cranberries. Beautiful color there. I have some maraschino cherries, which they're large pieces, but for our purposes right now, we'll just leave them as they are. Okay. And then I have some mixed peel. Look how beautiful that color looks, guys. Get everything out of there. Okay, and then I have some port wine, which is just port wine, cheap wine. I'm not a person that drinks alcohol normally, but for the purposes of this cake I have to go with some wine. And then I also bought some rum. It's not the Jamaican rum because I can't find that where I live, but if you can't find that, then I guess any rum will do at this point. So I'm going to just put like about maybe maybe 3 tablespoons to this liter of wine. It's just port wine, red wine, cheap. It doesn't have to be expensive, but if you like the good stuff, then go for it. This is 38% proof rum, so whatever works for you guys. I'm going to give that a quick stir just to combine the rum with the wine. And I'm going to just taste it just for the heck of it. Oh. Yeah, when you're not an alcohol lover, everything tastes like extreme, but it'll work out. All right, so what I'm going to do is, before I add this mixture here, is to just give this a stir. So let me move this off to the side and combine everything here in this beautiful color. Wow. Get down there because I have the prunes. It might be a good idea to also layer it when you're putting it in, that way it's sort of mixed up already. I think I'm going to need a smaller spoon, so I'll just go with that so I can get down, get those prunes. Now it'll be interesting to see how these do after a year of soaking. If they'll get completely mushy or they'll hold a shape, or you know, so we'll see what state they're in at that point. Get down in there, get those prunes mixed in with everything. You want it to be evenly distributed when we put them to soak. yeah, I definitely recommend layering these fruits, because that way the ones that are sticky will be more evenly distributed. In the end, it won't matter anyway, because it's going to all be mushed in together, or, you know, but it's nice to not have things clumped together. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and pour the wine over it, the wine mixture, rum wine mixture over it. I don't really know how much I'll need, but I definitely want to make sure it has enough that it's completely saturated. So I'm going to put another half a liter. That's about 2 cups of the wine. Let's go with 3 cups, because I imagine that the fruit is gonna absorb the liquid. So 3 cups, and then I'll put like 2 tablespoons of rum. Okay. All right. Give that a mix. And then pour it onto here. It smells good, guys. Of course, I smell the alcohol, but the fruit also has their own scent, I guess. So that's good. And then I'm gonna just give this a stir gently. I want to spill. Look how good that looks, guys. Gorgioso. And it smells good. The natural sugars and the candied part of it will all meld together. This nicely mixed. And obviously, if you see big chunks, which I think I just saw a big chunk of something, you could break it down, just cut it by hand, or gently, just a second at a time, pulse it in your food processor. Okay, that's looking really good. The color is fantastic. And I imagine everything will plump up, everything that's dried out will plump up, you know, after soaking in this. Bottle them up in the jars and then leave it sitting maybe in a closet or a cupboard for the next 12 months. Okay guys, since I didn't prepare my fruits from last year, I went ahead and soaked some fruits for the past 8 days. So I'm going to just pour it out in here and let you have a look at it. It looks really, really good. It smells really, really good. I smell the alcohol, but I also smell the scent from the fruits itself. All right, I just want to let you see what it looks like. So the raisins are nice and plump. I have pieces, everything is mushy more or less, but like the mixed peel is, I think, my least favorite of these fruits. It's still hard. I find it still hard, and I imagine if you did it for a year it would be softer, but based on the fact that these are just, you know, peels of fruit which don't biodegrade as well as others, it'll still be hard. So as far as the size, it's, you know, good size. I imagine like the raisins might mush out during the baking process, but as it's mixed in with mixed peel, I think my goal is to pulse it in the food processor for a few seconds just to get it further broken down. You can leave it as is or whatever works for you guys. For me personally, I just don't like the big chunks of fruit in my cake, so I'm going to break it down a little bit. Okay guys, I just pulsed 1 jar of the fruit, so let's get that in here. The pieces are much smaller than they were before, but it's not completely pureed, which is exactly how I want it. I pulsed it for 4 seconds at 1 second each pulse. So not continuously for 4 seconds, but 1 second each pulse. That way you can control how much it's broken down. And I'm very curious as to the taste, so I'm going to just sample it here. Really good. I taste a mixed peel. It's crunchier, so that's another reason why I had to break it down somewhat, because I don't like the chunks of mixed peel. But it really adds a nice flavor, and all the natural sweetness and the candied fruits and everything melded together with the wine and a little bit of rum really gives it a good flavor. So this is good. So now the fruit is ready to be incorporated in your cake, but I do recommend soaking it for a year if you're able to do so. Okay guys, happy holidays. Thanks for watching.